Good morning, dear children and my dear parents. Hope all of you are doing well and ready for today's session. So, dear children, before starting today's session, let us do a quick recap of what we have done in the last class. So, in the last class, we have learned about patterns which can be formed using numbers and letters, and we have also solved few examples, isn't it? I hope all the examples are clear to all of you. Now, dear children, today we are going to summarize lesson 2, that is patterns. Okay, so before that, please write down today's objective. Today's objective is to summarize the concept of pattern. Again, I am repeating. Today's objective is to summarize the concept of pattern. Alright. Now, dear children, we have learned that how patterns are formed. Okay. So, patterns are formed when a shape or a group of shape is repeated in a particular order. Isn't it? Then we have learned about the basic shape of a pattern. So what is the basic shape of a pattern? The repeated parts of a pattern is called its basic shape. Let us solve one example to find out the basic shape in the given pattern. So dear children, observe the given pattern carefully. Find out the basic shape of this pattern. Okay, let me help you. Look at the screen very carefully. I have highlighted the part of the pattern which is repeated again and again, which is nothing but its basic shape. So this is the basic shape. Alright, then we have learned that patterns can be formed using numbers. Just like that, we have seen that patterns are formed by repeating shapes in a particular way. Okay, now just look at the example very carefully. Okay, example number 1. In this pattern, you can see that the numbers are in increasing order. That means the numbers are getting increased by a certain value. So what is the value, dear students? Look at the example very carefully. Okay, let me help you. In the given pattern, the first term is 2. The second term is 4. The third term is 6. The fourth term is 8. The fifth term is 10. So this pattern has numbers increasing by 2. Alright. So the next term of the particular pattern are 10 plus 2 equal to 12. 12 plus 2 equal to 14. Alright. So the rule of this pattern is adding 2. Clear? Therefore, the pattern is what, dear students? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and 14. Alright. Now, look at the second example. Okay. Here, the pattern is getting decrease. Alright. Earlier, the example which we have done, in that example, the rule of the pattern was in increasing order. So we have add the numbers by a certain value. Now in this example, the given pattern is in decreasing order. So we will perform subtraction. Okay, so look at the given pattern carefully. Can you identify the number by which the given pattern is decreasing each time? Okay, let me help you. In the given pattern, the first term is 12. The second term is 10. The third term is 8. The fourth term is 6. So this pattern has numbers decreasing by 2. Alright, so the next terms of the pattern are 6 minus 2 equal to 4. 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. So the rule of this pattern is subtracting 2. Okay, so therefore the pattern is 12, 10, 8, 6, 4 and 2. Alright, now dear students, we have also learned that patterns can be formed using letters. Dear children, look at the example very carefully. This is an example of a pattern using letters. Okay, so we have to find out how we are getting C after A. Okay, so dear children, just see that after A we are having C, then after C we are having E. So in general, after A, which letter is to come? B, then after B, C, after C, D, isn't it? That means each time we are skipping one letter in order to get the next letter in the pattern. That means A is there, after A we are skipping B and then we are writing C. Then after C we are skipping the letter D and we are writing the letter E in the pattern. Alright, and so on. So after G there should be one I. Why I? Because after G the letter H is skipped and I is written in the pattern. Alright, after I, J is skipped and K is written in the pattern, and after K, L is skipped and M is written in the pattern. Okay, so in this example we have seen that the pattern is formed by skipping one letter each time. Alright, now look at the next topic that we have done. Dear children, finally we have learned that patterns can be formed using numbers and letters too. Alright, so at the first example, here we can see the pattern is given as 1A, 3B, 5C, 7D, and we have to find out the next term, isn't it? Now dear children, in this pattern, the first term is 1A, the second term is 3B, the fourth term is 5C, and the fifth term is 7D. Alright, now how we are getting this pattern? We are getting this pattern by adding 2 to the digits in order to get the next term, and the letters are written in a serial manner. Okay, that means if we add plus 2 to 1, we get 3. If we add plus 2 to 3, we get 5. If we add plus 2 to 5, we get 7. Isn't it? And the letters, see, it is getting written in the sequence manner. That means A, then after A, B, then after B, C, then after C, D. Isn't it? So how we will get the fifth term? By adding plus 2 to 7, we will get 9, and after D, which letter is to be there? E. So the fifth term is 9E. Okay, and the sixth term how we will get? By adding plus 2 to 9. So 9 plus 2, 11, and after letter E, which letter is to be there? F. So the sixth term is what, dear children? 11F. Alright, now look at the second example. In the second example, we have the first term as M9, second term as L8, third term as K7, and the fourth term as J6. We have to find the next two terms. Okay, so dear children, observe the given pattern. Here, the letters are written in the reverse order and the numbers are decreased by 1. Okay, so the fifth term will be what? Before J, which letter is to be there? Letter I. So we will write letter I, and we have to subtract the number by 1. So 6 minus 1 is 5. So we get the fifth term as I5. Okay, then the sixth term. How to get the sixth term? By subtracting 1 from 5, we get 4, and before I, which letter is to be there? H. So the sixth term is H4. Alright, so dear children, I hope that the concept of pattern is clear to all of you. Okay, so dear children, please take out your mathematics textbook part 1 and open page number 18. Alright, and please do example number 6 as classwork for today. And dear children, do the written work with your pencil in your book itself and submit the classwork to me within the class hour, that is between 8:30 to 9:30. Alright, so with this, finally I'll end today's session by saying, dear children, enjoy your online classes. Have a nice day ahead. Thank you.